Yeah, make sure the nozzle doesn't drip. It's like a drippy nozzle. Done. And off we go. Another sunny day in paradise. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. So we'll see what happens this morning after yesterday's incident with the ambulance. I've got to drop that evidence off to the ambulance driver today. There's one particular frame which gives the registration as clear as anything, so they'll be able to use that. The guy simply didn't stop, which has been a bit of an arsehole, but they can do with it as they want, as long as they don't ask me to go in court or anything as a witness. So, just goes to show, first proper week of use and we've caught something already. Had some video editing software, which I managed to clip it out and turn it around because some numpty had stuck the camera lens upside down. He who shall remain nameless, he knows who he is. Motorbike show next weekend. Question is, do I ride or do I go by train? Having never ridden in London before, it's probably going to be suicidal if I went on the bike. So it'll probably be good old public transport. Be a bit more relaxing as well anyway. Busy on his mobile phone, looks like it. That's Jeremy Clarkson, so rightfully put it on Sunday's Top Gear. They're clearly, because they don't know what the outside lane is for. Doesn't matter whether it's in hour traffic or not, if you're not passing, you shouldn't be in the outside lane. At least it's not as cold today. Windy, but not as cold. I really could do with a gear indicator. It's very annoying. I shall make sure my next bike has one. So I'm in a bit of a conundrum. I really am tempted to get a change of bike to a sports touring or adventure bike, as you might call them. Something like the S1000 XR or the Honda Cross Runner, which I looked at the other day, and hopefully might be able to take that out for a test drive soon just to see what it's like. But still very tempted with a multi-strada. But having been to Present Suzuki, the guy told me that they sold the one they had for trade because it was going to be the best part of £1,200 for its 15,000 mile service. Considering I do 15,000 miles near enough each year, that seems to be an awful lot of money. But anyway, still with this one for now. I've got to admit, I haven't actually had that much experience riding other bikes other than the bikes I've had, so I've no idea what an adventure bike is like to ride, but hopefully I might get some free time. See, the annoying thing is the shops or the motorcycle garages are only open on a Saturday. And by the time I've done the swimming run in the morning and early afternoon, and then lunch, there is no time for test riding a bike. So anyway, I'm sure I'll be able to try one soon. Either way, I'll have a look at them at the motorcycle show on Sunday, which will be good fun. Hopefully you can actually get to sit on them. And there you go, see, idiots just pull straight out in front of everybody else and slow them down. No regard whatsoever. Looks like a traffic jam ahead. Yes, it is. Actually, it's like this every day, so therefore there's no incentive for me to drive, even though I could park at work, unlike my other place I couldn't. There is really no incentive because it's just, I mean, look at this is the 4 mile marker. So I'd hate to have to be working here every day. And this is not even, well, it is rush hour, but it's 9:15 in the morning. You'd imagine that most people would be at work or something. Always better to be in a lower gear and people hear you coming. And he's drifting, but he's on a mobile phone. You can always tell who is on the phone because they do drift. You might not realise you're doing it in the car. I mean, it's illegal anyway, we all know that, but you just watch them and people just drift across the lane, oblivious to everything else. And the thing is, it's quite useful because as you ride up, you can look in their wing mirrors and you can actually see, I suppose it's because of the angle it is, you can just see that people are on them. And out of, oh, I'm not going to be late, no, that's all right. You know, out of hundreds of cars up here, probably at least 50% of people have got phones in their hands. So I was watching something when I was down the gym the other day. It was on Sky News, and it was about what's the difference between using a sat-nav, programming it as you're driving along, using a phone as your sat-nav, programming it, and making a call. Well, both of them, or all three of them, should be illegal. Okay, fair enough, if your sat-nav's built in, you ought to be doing it when you set off, but people sit there tweaking the mobile phone, Google Maps, and that's just as bad as using a phone. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, if you've got a phone in your hand, you should be fined. Not can be fined, but will be fined. And it was as simple as that, and it will stop people using it. So if you get caught with a mobile phone, you will get a £1,000 fine and you won't do it again. If you get caught speeding and being an arse, you generally go a lot more wary of it. I certainly was. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, it's a huge annoyance because the biggest thing, as I said, is the drifting. People just waver across the right line and up to the white line because they're oblivious to what else is going on. I think my chain needs adjusting. That's the rattling I can hear every time I go over one of those cat's eyes. I think at low speed it's the chain hitting the swing arm. So anyway, it's got to go in for a service soon. It's done 20,000 miles. So I'm going to have to take it in, get it serviced done. I think they have to do the valve clearances and such like. So I'll need to get a couple of new tyres as well because certainly the back one's squared off. So yeah, they'll have to do the big service. Still not expensive, it's £1,200. Bike Moto, he's a guy that runs it. Used to work at Portsmouth Motorcycles, or Portsmouth Honda Motorcycles. So, and the bike's out of warranty anyway. So at the end of the day, it's, you know, he knows what he's doing. So this was the site of the incident yesterday. It's almost a shame that the Rosas weren't there as they usually are. Anyway, adios amigo.